After months of escaping her stalkers, the poor mother began hiding inside an orphanage, singing a lullaby for her newborn baby, Lu Shu. When the owner of the orphanage came to kick her out, she took one last glance at her baby and asked the lady to look over him while she got some medicine. But after the lady agreed and saw his walnut pendant, the mother disappeared, never to be seen again. 18 years into the future, Lu had become a broke man who took care of his sister, Kaede, because he kept spending all his money on festival scams to satisfy her like a simp. As they walked over to see the main event, the flames nearly burnt Lu's face off, but in that instant, time froze. The entire universe had been held at a standstill, and the walnut pendant glowed in a golden hue. Nobody else noticed it, but Lu realized that the man in front of him wasn't creating optical illusions, but that all of his powers were likely magic. When the show was over, Lu wanted to know the source behind his flames, so he snuck into the backstage with his sister. As they watched the mysterious men speak, one of them fired a tranquilizer at the magician, and Kaede screamed in fear. Their positions were compromised, but Lu said it's not like they saw them shoot the man dead in front of them, and were going to report it to the police or anything like that. The dumbasses actually bought his lies, so Lu tried running away, but their leader felt uneasy letting Lu leave. As they walked away, a man asked them if they would be interested in spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. But Lu said he wasn't interested in his crypto rug pull and walked away. He was already broke after getting into crypto and wondered how their world had become so horrible. So to comfort him, Kaede reminded him that they're not blood related. While he was preparing dinner, she told him that the only thing she wants to eat was his nut. Sorry, I meant his walnut. But Lu decided to just leave and get her some ramen instead. As he crossed the street in the freezing snow, Truck-kun was finally about to isekai another victim, and completely smashed Lu. His soul began leaving his body as Truck-kun transported his soul into an isekai anime. But because this is a Chinese anime, the god of the world bestowed Lu with a cheat leveling system, and the walnut on his pendant began floating. As he ascended to the sky, the walnut finally broke open and released all of its energy into restarting his heart. After he resurrected from death, there was one thing on his mind: he will never be broke again. So he began telling the man to give him all his money, but random numbers began popping up above him until he ran away. At the corner store, he tried buying ramen, but the store manager was shocked to see the blood falling from his head, so Lu ran away and bumped into a couple on his way home. As soon as he arrived, Lu went inside to take a bath and noticed how the wound had completely healed away, but there was now a golden scar on his hand. When he tried activating it, he saw a lottery system letting him know all the coins he's gathered, and he realized that those must have came from everyone's negative emotions. He decided to consume all of his balance into a wheel of fortune, because crypto gambling wasn't enough. What I can't get enough of, however, is the sponsor of today's video, the new isekai slow life game. Because after reincarnating into an isekai world as a walking mushroom, you will be able to play with the best maiden waifus of all time, with Miko easily being the best out of all of them. You can even go into the hot springs with them, build your own farm and workshop, and even adopt kids with your waifus. And if that wasn't enough, you can take all that farming money and open a restaurant filled with cat maids. Though not Roxin, because these girls are even better. You can even send your kids to school and have them all participate in social gatherings. However, you must stay wary of the bandits roaming the world, so make sure to become allies with the strongest monster hunter, or even join the Adventurers Guild to explore the world and defeat the toughest opponents. No matter what you do, your form will slowly evolve, and you will keep adding hot waifus to your harem, so discover each path lying ahead of you. Download the game today through the link in the description, and make sure to use code MUSHROOM to get 10 free draws and support my channel, or scan the code on the screen. Thank you to Isekai Slow Life for sponsoring me, because I've finally found the waifu of my dreams. As soon as he was about to lose all of his money without a single reward, the last spin finally landed on the jackpot, and a scroll appeared before his eyes. It had the same lyrics as the lullaby his mother sang for him, so he began singing it out. With the words of the song, the scroll disintegrated into an energy orb in front of him. Walking back home, he saw the weirdo from earlier on.
你好，很高兴见到你。
你高兴得太早了。哟， That one there was a violation, personally I wouldn't have it.
At home, he saw how his sister had developed a fever from all the cold weather, so he tried gambling for a celestial fruit that could cure his sister. After 30 spins, he was about to lose all of his money, but he finally won one of the fruits. After winning 4 more of the fruits, he fed them to his sister, and her fever instantly disappeared. Throughout the day, he decided to give her the rest of his fruit, saying that consuming them will allow her to become awakened like him. However, he begins farming up coins again by calling her useless for not ever doing her homework, and that her family abandoned her because she was such an ugly, useless loser.
What did he say?
The following morning, the teacher explains that special students will be taught under a new instructor, and Lou remembers seeing him before. One of the girls was Saria, and one by one, the teacher called everyone up until Lou was the last student. Additionally, a new transfer student called Jang will be joining the class, so the girl sitting next to Lou offered her seat, because she doesn't want to deal with his stinky smell every day. At night, Lou went to attend the secret class, and wondered why the suspicious man was going to be their teacher. The man revealed that all their blood was tested with a special alloy, and the darker the mixture their blood created, the higher their ranking. From A to F, those with the highest ranks are capable of annihilating entire cities, and he dismissed them after revealing everyone's ranking. After class, everyone talked badly behind Lou's back since he was stuck at F rank, but Lou wasn't at all bothered by the others, texting them that their moms are F rank. At night, Lou consumed the last of his celestial fruit and saw that it was now purchasable in his item shop. He wondered if his Wheel of Fortune has unlocked a new item, but this time, it was some expired tofu. With his remaining coins, he began rolling all night, and after hours of burning through his coins, he finally hit the jackpot and unlocked a new scroll. But before he could read it, the scroll's energy snapped into Kaede's head, and a dark energy emanated from the heavens, allowing her to see the solar system as well. As he laid in bed, he wondered if there was a connection between their 2 solar systems, but saw that he needed to roll 80 more expired tofu before he could unlock a new item. He wondered if he could turn his coins into cash, so the following morning, he began spreading the expired smell around, allowing him to gain extra coins. But when one of the people tried it and thought it was delicious, the entire town lined up to try some of it. Days began passing with him being a straight-up menace in society, and before long, he unlocked every star one by one. His life had began taking a new turn, allowing him to sell his stinky foods for more money, while also gaining as much coins as possible. Before long, he summoned the last of the celestial foods, and his solar system was finally complete. The same song he heard when he was a baby began emanating from around him, and he consumed the energy of the star, exploding it into a million different flames. A mysterious dagger appeared before his eyes, and he realized that the giant star was his soul this entire time, so he tried summoning the sword using his soul power. Using it, however, completely exhausted all of his energy, and he wondered just how powerful he would become once he completed all 7 solar systems. The following day, the teacher introduced them to the Spirit Stone, a powerful item that unlocks hidden powers through meditation. At home, Lou tried combining its power with his new sword, but the sheer violence of his celestial map nearly overwhelmed him. As he walked outside, he noticed a strange old man practicing his swordsmanship, and the old man tried showing off, but Lou had already disappeared. At school, the class leader shows off his strength in arm wrestling by defeating everyone. But when Lou appears, he tries challenging him to a duel. However, Lou was as still as a statue, and crushed all of his hopes, telling him that they can try with the other hand if he was unsure. Once again, he completely destroyed him, and thanked him for allowing him to awaken once again. During lunch, Lou hadn't had enough of farming people for coins, so he released his toxic gas food to gain even more because he's the menace spirit reincarnated. During midnight, his mind quaked, and he told his sister to stay quiet while he went to investigate. He saw a Chinese Aaron Yeager bowing his head, and the old man welcomed him as the leader of the Heavenly Network. With the world being at war, the mysterious leader asked him if he would like to become the last Heavenly Network member, but Mr. Lee rejected his offer. The man told him that their truce would be the only thing that could bring peace, but left and promised that he would bring Mr. Lee the medicine he requested. He took a sharp glance towards Lou and walked away. The following morning, Lou took interest in Mr. Lee's swordsmanship, but wished someone could take care of Kaede while he trained, so it easily destroyed an entire field of soldiers. They will begin providing all the students with spirit stones each month. In accordance with each person's strength level, C rank awakeners will be awarded 1, B rank will receive 2, and A rank will receive 10. The class leader looked at Lou mockingly, but panicked when he saw Lou smiling and texting him. Lu messaged him that he had awakened thanks to wrestling with his mom all night, and said,
"Congratulations, you played yourself."
After they were dismissed, Lu met up with Jang in the alley and asked him if people would buy the spiritual stones on the black market. Jang told him that it's illegal to sell the stones, but there is definitely some interested millionaires, and they'd be willing to buy each one at $100,000 per stone. Lu realized he struck gold and told Jang that he wants to sell them for $120,000 instead, so Jang called up someone who might be interested. Within seconds, the man accepted the deal and asked him for his bank account number. Lu was shocked how easily that was done and gave his stones to his friend, saying that he trusts him since they've been close friends. With this deal closed, he no longer had to worry about all those nights when he would freeze in the cold, just so he can get something nice for his sister. After buying her snacks from the convenience store, Lu showed her the land deed for this house, saying that it's finally going to be theirs. Additionally, he gave her the new phone he bought for her and had added himself to the contacts already. Starting tomorrow, this place will be theirs. The courtyard, the floor, the walls, the plates, and even the ants. They will own all of it. She hugged him, crying because they're finally going to be together, and asked him if he's going to continue needing to work every day. He told her that he will keep selling so they could afford their food. But the f***ing menace just wanted to piss people off for coins. In his bedroom, the celestial map appeared before him once again, and the second nebula was finally completed. At the same time, however, a dark ominous aura continued swirling towards his sister. While selling his food, Lu made fun of all the people for being brokies, saying, "You're broke!" and gained hundreds of points. Lee came up and asked for some stinky tofu, but realized that Lu's face was familiar. Lu revealed that he's one of his students, so Lee told him that he will be getting the tofu for free every day. But the seller right next to him screamed at the director to stop taking advantage of poor little ugly ass orphan Lu, because his mom already didn't love him, which is why she threw him out, and everyone in school bullies him because he's such a disgusting lonely loser.
Emotional damage!
The man tells him that Lu works every single day just to barely afford his food at home, and studies with all of his free time. Hearing his sad story, Lee cried and handed Lu $100 as an apology. The man wondered who the f*** that cheap bastard was, and Lu said he was their new principal. After finally signing all the paperwork to buy their home, an unknown number called him, saying that he must come to the ruin that opened up immediately. He messaged his sister that they finally own the home, but he will need to go on a field trip for a few days. At night, a girl on Tinder sent him a plot-filled photo, but he told her that she looks so disgusting. It's no wonder her dad walked out on her.
You're a victim.
Hundreds of military vehicles transported them to the ruined site, so Lu decided to say they smelled like an anime convention, and the coins began piling up. Once they arrived, the chef served them their meals, but the class leader came and told Lu that he was happy to finally see him eating food, rather than the shit he gets out of an orphanage dumpster. Lu sighed, and Saria appeared from behind, but disappeared when he tried looking back. While they ate their lunch, some fat ass looked for a place to sit, so one of the soldiers gave him his seat to calm him down. Once he left, however, Lu approached him and told him to stand up, but smacked him in the back of his fat ass neck, causing him to lay unconscious on the ground. What a fucking Chad. Jang said he was surprised that he was able to put that fatso in his place, and offered some of his food as a reward. He told him that since they were next to the ruins, their systems would level up much faster. So at night, Lu wondered how he could enter his celestial map without singing his lullaby, but realized that he could use all this time to gain coins instead. While the class leader was meditating, Lu began breathing heavily on him, and kept distracting him from his meditation. The fucker started reciting his life story to distract his thoughts, and kept laughing in his face. The points kept going up all night, and by the morning, the menace had gained 47,000 coins off being an annoying cunt. He wondered how his sister was doing, but there was no cellular data. At lunch, the chef gave him more food because he knocked out the person consuming an entire barrel. And
You're a victim.
Another week passed inside the ruin, and Lu wondered if his sister was still fine, but as he let those words out, he heard a horse's footsteps, and wondered just how powerful he was, and a guy with literally no fucking eyes wondered if it was Lu Shu. His friend told him that he should just fucking open his eyes instead of asking that dumbass question, and they wondered what was going on. However, Lu told them that all of the weapons were his, after a sigil towards him, but Lu was already in a completely different place. The bandit released his sword, however, Lu began screaming to wake everyone up, and yelled that there is a spy trying to steal the formation eye. As soon as he realized the situation he was in, a mystical tiger appeared and Lee's hand grabbed his face, smashing him into the ruin. Seeing that there were spies among them, Lee told them that they were going to head into the ruins right now instead of resting for the night, before the spies could steal their items. However, Lu wondered if they could keep the man alive so they could question him, but Lee pretended like he never heard those words and walked away. The students began lining up, but the director thought that Lu looked dumb as fuck wearing all those jewels. Later on, Lee realized he could finesse his ass, so he asked him if he would like to make a deal. He revealed that hundreds of ruins are going to begin opening, but since he's just a student, he wouldn't be able to enter without his permission, and all of it would be for the price of a single gold chain. Lu thought about the offer, but called him ugly and walked away. When everyone was prepared to enter, a woman walked towards the center and activated a magical spell that began creating stairs along the edge of the hole. As they walked down, hundreds of ghosts began rushing from the center, but Lu tried hiding his corpse dog away from them. By the time they arrived to the bottom of the pit, Lee saw that all of their bodies were stiff, so their spirits must have left their body because of the ghosts circling around. After walking for hours, they finally reached the entrance to the ruins core, but as soon as they entered, the gate closed behind them. From above, the crystals began glowing, and hundreds of ghosts appeared, so from his fist, Lee summoned all of his magical power to blow them away with a single shot. However, there were still more than 80 above, so the soldiers started trying to take them down together. When a ghost tried attacking Lu, it was too scared to get close, and he wondered why he was so invincible. He began attacking all the ghosts and absorbing their bodies into his sword, so he began chasing them away and farming their coins. However, one of the spies' ghosts eliminated Lee's lifelong friend, so he screamed in a fit of rage to release his tiger powers and eliminate all of them. While Lu wondered where the rest went off to, his corpse dog started beaming, and he knocked the ghost before it could reach him, giving him a shit ton of coins. They wondered how he knew the ghost was going to attack him, but he said it was just a coincidence and pure luck, so he tried showing Lee by attacking a random place, but Lee's attack landed, shocking all of them. Lee told him to try once again, but after a while of listening to Lu, none of his attacks landed, and all of them believed that he was actually just lucky. From the center gate, an army of zombies appeared, and Lee told them that he will take care of their leader, so he vanished towards him and their powers began clashing against one another. Lee summoned a strike that quaked the entire ground beneath them, and eliminated his horse before landing. The rest of the soldiers drew their weapons and rushed forward to fight against the zombies, but while they all battled, Lu began spearing the soldiers, getting a triple collateral with a single spear. However, one of them nearly shot his face off, but Saria came to save him from meeting his doom, and used her agility to evade all of their attacks while slashing all of them down. He thought she looked amazing, but began rushing to eliminate a zombie. However, the zombie started running away for his life, and he realized that his corpse dog was scaring all of them off. Their army was slowly advancing, and while Lu contemplated helping his allies from dying, he realized that he was in a giant castle, so he decided to sneak around and start looking for some expensive shit to sell. In the middle of the road, his corpse dog started beaming light, and a mysterious aura was watching over him. When he entered a certain room, a ghost was preparing to ambush him and leaped forward, but Lu bent over and used his sharp sword to penetrate through the ghost's body, eliminating him in that instant. He wondered just how many spies were remaining. At the same time, Lee was fighting for his life, and the skeleton tried throwing the ground towards him, but Lee parried the attack and rushed forward. However, the skeleton dodged all of his attacks, but Lee continued pursuing with his martial arts tactics, and kept pushing back and forth until he grabbed the soldier's spear and hung on tightly. The skeleton called him an annoying fly, and began throwing him around while he clung onto his weapon. At the same time, Lu had finally approached the door to the center room in the castle and opened it. As he walked inside, he heard something moving, and a knight appeared from behind, but as soon as he moved away, 12 more lit their eyes up and began advancing towards him. Immediately, his corpse dog flew out, preventing the guards from advancing, and they retreated back into their positions. As he put his spears away, he realized that this was the perfect opportunity to make some more money, so he stared at the guard's face and tried pulling his weapon away. Watch this next video. Till next time, my fellow legendary plot masters.